especially for those of you who really want to be a millionaire and you're not just talking. If you're just talking, then there's a club for that. They look great. They wear all the t-shirts that say that they're a boss and they're doing nothing. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person behind you.
Because I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to. Contact. Hello, and welcome to another episode. Even today.
Okay, we start from the beginning. Okay. All right.
This is our way of showing our level of commitment to you all. We had a bit of technical difficulty and still. So if you were on Instagram or TikTok, you get to see this show twice.
Yes.
Aren't you excited? For the rest of you, hello and welcome to another episode of WorkHARDaholics.
On the same day. But it's okay.
Part 2.
Yeah.
All right, so, I feel like I just said this, but I did. But we're going to say it all over again. All right, so here's the deal. A WorkHARDaholic is someone who is always doing something.
Yes.
We don't rest on our laurels. We don't wait for the world to bring it us. We take it to the world.
Taking it to the
No, it has to be the same level of energy as if it's the first time. Gotta have a little Tina in there. All right. And so here's the deal. We come together every Wednesday at 1 to help you, the WorkHARDaholic, learn to communicate better, maybe learn a new book, learn a new resource, a tool, expand who you are and your abilities, and to do it all in balance.
Yes.
All right, so clearly our equipment, our bodies, our minds, we all need a vacation. And guess who's going to have one? Boop, 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 boop. As a WorkHARDaholic, you have to learn how to take care of you.
Say it again, Lord.
Right? You have to learn how to take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so, like, a lot of you all are, like, trying to kill the kids and, you know, there are far too many cases of divorce happening right now.
Listen.
There's a lot of you stressed, and you all are now having as much gray hair as I have. And I was born with a bunch of mine, so I think you all might need might need a vacay too.
Right up in here. I know.
See, that's what about the millennials over here getting gray hairs, people. I'm trying to tell you. We're trying to help you all maintain your hair color if it helps. Although gray is lovely, mind you. If I say so. If I say so myself. But then again, I've had it since birth. I'm used to it. A little bit different. So here's the deal. For those of you who don't know, I am Shirley Crawford, the Executive Director of the Women's Business Center, REA, located at 1510 Willow Drive, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn.
Sweet 100. Don't forget the sweet.
I don't know whether that was a music.
Because you will end up at the pregnancy center. Okay.
That is the second floor.
Yes.
We are the first floor. And there's a ground floor. And that's G.
Okay.
Don't ask me. We didn't make the floor identifications.
Okay.
We just make it work.
Okay.
Make it work. Make it work, as Tim Gunn would say. Alrighty then. So here's what's happening. Author, speaker, podcaster, blah, 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 blah. I'm really qualified to come before you. That's what you wanted to know. And to my left, for those of you who didn't know or didn't hear me say already once today, is Socialita Christina. There it is, and the crowd goes wild. Socialita, you have to tell them who you are and what you do.
Okay. So my name is my name is Christina, okay? Also known as Socialita Christina. I'm the owner of Socialita, a social media management company servicing the state of Virginia as well as Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. We oversee and manage small businesses' social media accounts, right? So that you can get back to what's important to you, which is your business. Your business.
I still love the way that she says that. I need you all to have like a full-fledged conversation with Christina because she will actually like intermingle Spanish, English, Spanglish, and then like some country twang stuff will show up, and it's like it's very interesting.
I might have multiple personalities. They just don't know. They just come out. But yeah,
I don't know, but it's never boring.
Okay.
That's what we're working with here. It's never boring. All right, so what's going to happen here with us today? We're going to take a little time. Normally we come to you at 1 p.m. And really we came to you today at 1 p.m.
We did.
Even if you only caught it at 1:30, we still came at 1 p.m. And Instagram and TikTok are our witnesses to the fact that we've been here hanging out with you all for a little while now. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start how we always start.
Mm-hmm.
We start with our word for the week. Our word for this week is appreciable.
Okay.
I know you all want to say appreciable, and I guess you
Yes.
could, but I feel the need to separate out my syllables. Appreciable. Okay. And what does it sound like? It's not a pop quiz. What is
Okay, please
appreciable?
don't do me like that. Do not do me like that, because if I say something wrong,
Christina,
don't ask
like a deer in headlights. Like what?
Yeah, like don't ask me
Like, what
that.
happened? It sounds like appreciate.
It
It's not-
does,
it
but
was not-
listen, it was like a trick question. I was
It
like,
was not a trick question.
I'm not falling for it.
I do not. I have never thrown you under the bus intentionally.
Well, I was gonna make sure, Lord.
I do not. So basically, it's a way that it means that you can measure the value of something.
Okay.
That's really all that it is.
Okay.
It's large enough, it's big enough for you to be able to actually put it into a measurement.
Okay.
Right? So you can appreciate something, but it can be a waning effort. Like, I appreciate this microphone, but then I'm gonna walk away. I'm not gonna think about it.
Right.
But if I can measure the value of this microphone to me, it's appreciable.
Okay.
That's all. We're not even making it complicated.
Okay.
And because we are in the rapid fire expedited version of today's show,
Yes.
I'm just gonna jump right to the Bookish Moment.
Okay.
Okay then. Okay, so our Bookish Moment for today is blogging
Ooh.
for creatives. Blogging for creatives. All right, I want to share a couple things from it. Because here's the thing. If you're an entrepreneur, if you are a brand,
Yes.
and you can be a brand even as an employee,
Mhm.
because even in today's market, you have to be competitive.
Yes.
So, like I tell people sincerely, if you're an employee, you should have your own website. You should have things that people can look to and see. Oh, she'd be a wonderful asset to my company. Look at the following she has. Look at her knowledge base. These are ways for you to make money
Mhm.
and increase your brand. All right.
Yes.
So as it says, stand out in the blogosphere. So this is by Robin Houghton. And so there are a couple things. I said a couple, but really there are three. So that means it's several, not a couple. And one of the things that I liked in general, so when they talk about for creatives, this is generally, it's not always about like me as a small business owner,
Mhm.
but if you are a singer,
Mhm.
a writer, an artist, a lot of times you all don't always think about the other side of the business aspect.
Right.
You often think about your service, your
Yes.
product, and you're not thinking about, well, how do I get my product out there?
Mhm.
Right. So like if you're an artist, like I have an artist who's in the Entrepreneur Academy, and I asked her about NFTs,
Mhm.
and she wasn't familiar.
Okay.
And so I'm like, if you're an artist, you have to know about the business side of business.
Yes.
And if you two are an artist and don't know what an NFT is, you need to look that up too.
Okay.
All right. So like this talks about the widgets, the different widgets or gadgets, add-ons that you can have for your blog.
Okay.
And so because anybody can write a bunch of stories, but how are they making money? What's your intended outcome from your blog?
Right.
Is it to show your expertise? Is it to increase your awareness? So is it for brand or is it for money? That's normally the two things.
Right.
It's either for income or awareness.
Right.
And you should know before you do it what your desired outcome is and create it and set it up as such. So like the various widgets can do anything from polls and slideshows and connect it to Twitter to get newsletter subscription forms. Like I was looking at Christina with a C. I was looking at her Shorby account. And she has a connection to subscribe to her newsletter.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't have one of those.
Right.
Like what's going on? I don't have one.
Okay.
So that's one of the widgets that you can have for your blog.
Okay.
Right. And then it talks about like something. I'm just highlighting a few things. Right.
Okay.
It talks about connecting your WordPress with regards to your blog.
Okay.
So WordPress was actually created for this purpose. That's what WordPress was for, but we've kind of once again used it outside of context and expanded its purposes from its original purpose.
Right.
And we're trying to figure out, well, how do I make my website, blah, blah, blah. That's not really what it was created for. It's what we're using it for.
Right.
But this talks all about with regards to your blog and using WordPress and hosting and all kinds of, really good information that you would want to know if you're trying to make money or once again get awareness for your blog.
Okay.
And then this is the part that I'm just going to go over real quickly and then we're going to move on. I promise. It talks about the anatomy of a compelling blog post.
Oh, yeah. That's
right?
important. Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, you all have social media, you have other things, and you don't really know what to post or how to share or what content to do. And so I love the fact that it breaks it down from you, everything from like your headline, your topic, your content, how long it should be, how readable is it, right? What links you should share, and what social media you should be connecting and how you should be doing it, right? And so it talks about the power of photos. It's a really good book. Just sharing.
Okay.
All right. So for those of you who are thinking about blogging, excellent book to pick up. And and so there you are. All right.
Yeah.
So I tell you I'm being expeditious because in a moment we're going to have a word from our sponsors.
Okay.
And if you too would like to become a sponsor, you can go onto our website and find out information about how you can sponsor this joyous moment called WorkHARDAholics.
Let Socialita help your business stand out from the crowd by building your brand success through social media management. We're located at 1510 Willowlawn Drive, Suite 100. Our website is www.socialitarva.com. You can also give us a call at 804-484-2001. Again, Socialita.
Imagine Media Lab, in partnership with the Women's Business Center, offers hourly rental to a multimedia studio. Create or edit digital assets for marketing. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Voiceovers and live stream. All equipment and software is included in your hourly rental. Located at the Women's Business Center, 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.
My mic sounds not. I don't know why. I don't know why that's where I wanted to go. All right. So hopefully you enjoyed that word from our sponsors.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the deal now. At this point in the show, we're going to learn a little bit more about our businesses out there in the community. Those of you who have shared your information and have let us know that you're out there, well, hello to you.
Yes.
And so we're going to have our Socialita business check-in.
Okay, so this segment, we shout out small businesses in the RVA area or those who have contacted us. And you guys, we just want to just promote your business, give you a little bit of motivation, and let you know that you can do this.
Yes, you can.
Right? You're a WorkHARDaholic.
WorkHARDaholic.
Yes. So first, I want to shout out the Imagine Media Lab. That's where we are today, and they're hosting this amazing podcast. If you or someone that you know needs a podcast, needs someone to host your podcast, and needs assistance with editing your videos, promo videos.
Have you seen our commercial?
Yes.
It's pretty.
Yes. So check them out. They are on Facebook, they're on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Okay? All right. Second Chance Consulting. Right over here. If you are someone that you have a business, you're seasoned, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to be seasoned, but guess what? You still need some help.
Yes.
We all need help.
We all do.
Yes. So startups, if you need help, if you don't know the difference between a sole proprietor and an LLC, you need to stop what you're doing right now and sign up for the EntrepreneurHER Academy. With Shirley Crawford and Second Chance Consulting. I kind of just mixed those two together, but
it's in there.
It's in there.
It's all true.
Yes. Socialita, of course, I told you a few minutes ago, we are a social media management company, and we want to give you a voice that speaks directly to your target audience. So reach out to us. Why haven't you done so already? Okay.
Why haven't you done that already?
Socialitarva.com. And guess what? Hablamos español. So in the event that you don't speak Spanish, we do. Let us help you, okay?
Yo no hablo español.
Yes,
un poquito solamente. Yo no hablo español.
It's okay. It's okay. We do that for you. All right. So that's amazing for companies that are looking to go to different countries where their primary and native language is Spanish, and you want to break into an industry. The best way to do that is through social media. So let us do it for you. I want to also shout them out.
Yasin
Medina Yasin Solutions. Okay.
Oh, what's up?
So they are a nursing staffing company.
Really?
Yes.
A nursing staffing company? So specifically...
LPNs, RNs, and nurse practitioners. Yes, they recently became a client of mine through my staffing agency, and they are located in Florida. I know, they contacted me. I was like, okay, take my business to Florida.
Did they need the Spanish?
No, they didn't. I was surprised too. But yes, Black owned. And so shout out to them. I also would like to shout out Legacy Managed by Ty. She is an amazing realtor. If you are looking for a home, and if you are looking for someone that's not just going to sell you something.
Yeah, right? That's a big difference.
Yeah, you want somebody with morals, values. They're going to do the research for you. So guess what? You don't have to do the research after you done bought the house and it didn't crumble.
Right. This is true.
Listen, find someone that knows what they're doing. Contact Ty, okay? Contact the Women's Business Center if you need office space. If you need somewhere to have your meetings, stop having meetings at your house.
That's just not safe.
It's not safe. But guess what? Come somewhere that is safe. At 1510 Willow Drive, Suite 100. All right? Abundant Life Church of Christ. We want to shout them out. Thank you guys for always supporting the Workhardaholic movement.
Indeed.
Yes.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Yes. And today's hashtag is, you know what? Get it done.
Oh, yes.
Get it done.
Oh,
stop complaining.
Yes.
Get it done. And that way you can reap your harvest.
Indeed.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's going to resonate with me. I need you to go make a video just about that. Get it done.
Get it done.
That was amazing.
Yes, thank you.
And speaking of getting it done,
yes.
Christina mentioned about the EntrepreneurHER Academy,
yes.
And I wanted to make mention that I have said it before. I'll say it again. The EntrepreneurHER Academy is specifically for individuals who've been in business less than 2 years.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why?
Because I know it's seasoned.
No. Oh, that's great. Because
okay.
if you're seasoned, they come to the center.
Okay.
They're great. No. You were amazing.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And so the deal is, if you have been in business for less than 2 years, or you have not been taking your business seriously, here's a good way for you to make sure you have all those foundational pieces. And I'm only stressing it because the doors close April 1st. No fooling. April 1st. So if you're interested in registering for that, you need to go ahead and get signed up and check in. And it's just $50 a month. Considering that normally you pay me $200 an hour, $50 a month is great.
Yeah.
And so, but that's the effort that I want to make. I want to make sure that there's some place for you as an entrepreneur. And men are welcome. We like you all just fine. We love you, as a matter of fact. But it's just not, it's women-centric. And so if you're good for that, we actually have a couple guys who are participating. And you are welcome to join them, as long as you know it's women first. And we're not ashamed to say so. Okay. Yes. But business is gender neutral. So the parts you need to know will be great. But once again, that closes April 1st. And I'm only stressing it because I'm going to feel bad if you're trying to come in and it's closed.
Right.
And I'm not going to feel bad enough to let you in, but I will still feel a little bad. So, and I want you all to get it. Like, those who are participating are already saying how much they're enjoying it, what they're learning, the engagement. And so I want that for you all. That's all. I want it for you. So like I said, that will end April 1st. All right. So now on to our time tool technique for the week.
Okay.
I love saying these things. Okay. So this week is, last week was OBS.
Yes.
Christina with a C, who is our resident geek, our resident techie. She's been doing a series about OBS and the different things that you can learn about how to run it. And so please be sure to check the YouTube channel to see those. Today, our time tool technique for this week is FollowUp.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what?
FollowUp.
I needed that.
But it's an actual app.
Okay.
You need to be following up.
You do?
But here is the thing. If you're like I am,
yeah.
I have a list for my list of my list.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so oftentimes I'm going, wait a minute, did I do that? Like Christina with the C apparently sent me an email, like, I don't know. I think she said a month ago.
Okay.
Oh, March, you say? Months ago. Oh, excuse me. Correction. She sent me an email months with an S on it ago. I don't recall ever even seeing the email, right? And if I did see it, it was one of those ones that I probably went through, saw, and said, oh, I'll get back to that.
Okay.
And so, like, if you're in most of your email providers, if it's Outlook, whatever you're using, they give you the option to flag your messages.
Okay.
But flagging does nothing. Sometimes you might have a provider that gives you, like, allows you to do reminders, but that's not normal.
Okay.
And so you can flag. So I can have a bunch of red flags, but if I never get to them, what difference does it make?
Okay.
So before, I know I've mentioned a previous time tool technique that I've mentioned is boomerang for mail.
Yes.
And so you can schedule. So like if you're like we are and a client is emailing you at 3 a.m., you don't have to, you can respond, but you make sure that the message doesn't get to them until your standard office hours.
Yes,
because
I schedule mine.
Yes, you have to schedule them. Like your text messages you can schedule, which I love.
Yes.
You can do that on your phones. You don't need anything extra for that. But your emails, you need a secondary service to be able to schedule them. So I mentioned Boomerang before.
Wait, Gmail doesn't. I use it all the time.
To schedule? Where?
Yeah. Yeah.
To schedule your Gmail messages? Y'all sure you I didn't download something? Are you doing it on your phone or on your computer?
No, I'm doing it on my computer. Or my phone. You can do.
Yeah. I am going to check this out, people, because I have yet to see it. Unless you have we're going to find out. Because if it is, people, good for you. That's all the better.
Outlook does it too.
Which one?
Outlook.
I'm going to double check what they're telling me, people. Have you all tried it? If you all are out there and you've been able to schedule your email messages, and this is outside of using your calendar. If you all have been able to schedule your email messages on Google or Outlook, please let us know. Because I know when I normally go for that feature, you have to normally include a...
You just pick a time. Schedule something. You just pick a time.
Well, looky there, people. I still doubt it. I'm looking right at it and still doubt it. That's just how I operate. I have to make sure that I go do it. But you're doing that. Are you on? You're on Gmail on the web.
Yeah, I don't use Gmail.
Okay, so now is that the same for you?
What on the?
Are you using it through a service or are you using it directly on the web?
On the web.
And here is where the difference lies, people.
Okay.
I do not use Gmail on the web. But here's something we're learning. So now we're talking about your time tool techniques. We can all learn something new. Apparently, if you're using Gmail on the web, you can use their scheduling feature.
Okay.
I do not use it because I don't like the way they notify me of my mail and my messages. So I use it through a third party. Also, the other thing is, so here are the pros and cons. We're learning a lot here in this moment.
Yes.
So I have at least 15 different email accounts. And so I'm not going to have open 15 Gmail buttons so that all of my email accounts can be open. I get all of my emails and my mailboxes on in Outlook.
Oh, that would drive me nuts.
Actually, I use Mail. I'm a Mac, so I use Mail. And so they all pop in and I can respond back from whichever one I want to, like the moment I have it all set up. It's a very efficient looking system. And so from Mail, which is what I use, although I've set it up for Outlook as well, I can schedule. So this is for people like us. If you have only one email account, then yeah, go ahead. Use Gmail on the web. I do not.
I got 1 million, but I have a lot, but I have to go into them separately because it's like, I don't want to know about this account until I'm ready. And I check them every day, but I don't want to know nothing about this until I get to it.
Yeah. That would hinder my efficiency.
Really?
So, most definitely. Because
maybe that's why I've been dragging.
I need to know. It's like, because I might go a whole week and not open an account. Like,
okay, but no, I do it every day.
I don't need to know that. Yeah, all of mine populate into one, and I can tell which one they're for. I can focus on one account alone. Like I can click this account and only be looking at that one. Yeah, and so from that system, if you're like I am, for that system, I cannot schedule my messages. But that's why I can use like a boomerang, or in this case, FollowUp. So with FollowUp in particular, it's more than just the reminder. It's more than just responding back and forth to the emails, but you can actually schedule like this is who you need to speak with. It's almost like a project management for your emails.
Right.
So if I'm like, oh, well, I have this message. Okay, well, on this time, I'm going to follow up with Christina. I'm going to connect it to here. I'm going to attach this to it. It takes it to a whole other level of my ability to be able to know, hey, Shirley, you have not taken care of this.
Right.
So this email is attached to this project, and this is what's supposed to happen, and this is where this all is. So FollowUp does a little bit more than some of the other programs that I've used, but here is the deal. Y'all know I like free. FollowUp is not.
Okay.
I almost didn't mention it just because it's not free.
Okay.
Y'all know I like for stuff to be like real free.
Yes.
That's how I like. That's
Not
how I
real
like
free.
It. Yes. Like, so there's a difference because some people say it's free and really it's free, and then if you really want any functionality, you got to pay $20 a month. That's not free. That's just a trial.
Yeah.
That's just sucking you in, and I don't like that. And so FollowUp is not free at all. It's basically like $18 a month, but it has a whole lot more functionality than the things that are out there for free to help you be able, especially if you're out there and you have a terrible email inbox, then you need to look for a FollowUp or some other similar service. And no, I am not affiliated, but I'm going to fix that.
Okay.
Maybe not with FollowUp, but in general. All right. So this is where we come to, I'm going to say what the show is all about.
Okay.
Our work hard, play harder moment.
Okay.
Before we do that, Christina with a C, would you mind looking to see what comments we're receiving over there on Instagram and Twitter? I mean, we're not on Twitter. I'm sorry, Twitter. I very rarely even go onto my Twitter account. I just don't. We're Facebook Live and TikTok Live. So, yeah. Hello to you both out there. See how we stopped and paused just to say hello to you all. Hi. Okay, so our work hard, play harder moment. And it's what I have on my mind. Our theme for today is Vacay Your Way.
Okay.
Right.
Vacay Your Way.
Yes. So you all might not be able to go. Am I telling them where I'm going?
Let's tell them.
Okay. Going to Puerto Rico. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it.
Yes.
Okay, the next time we'll have to take Christina with the C with us, and we're gonna really do a live show from wherever we are.
Yes.
That didn't happen this time.
Okay. So listen, don't call us. Don't text us. Okay.
No way. No way. Yeah, sorry, out. I all the way out. I'm very excited. Still gonna be doing some work. I'm not gonna lie. There will still be some work done.
Yes.
It is part business. Part business.
It is.
But mostly vacation. And so, but here is the thing. So you might not be able to pull out your passport right now. And especially if you have people in your life that you should be concerned about, you really shouldn't be going too far anyway. Right. So like in order to go, we're talking vaccines or, testing and quarantining. And so like I do a part of elder care. So if you all don't know, I always talk about how important my mother is and how she ranks and outranks all of you put together.
Yes.
And so like, even for me, like when I come back, I'm quarantining away from her.
Okay.
So we had to have that conversation. Like, I am going to be on quarantine separate from you to make sure that you are healthy and well. And so you all might not have that ability or that time, but there's some way that you can mentally vacate, right? You all hear me say all the time, like, I think there could be a universal poll to say, what does Shirley do when she needs a break? Everybody knows she goes to the beach. It's like, it's not even a question. I will be gone in a minute. And it will take nothing. When I was an employee, which is a long time ago, when I was an employee, actually had them to understand when I signed my contract that if the weather is ever like 100 degrees, I am not coming to work.
Okay.
Now, if it's 100 degrees over a whole week, okay, yeah. But if it's like one spiky day, I'm going to have myself in the beach, in the water.
Okay.
It's a given.
Okay.
So we haven't had too many of those, but here at present, anyway, I don't work on Fridays, so I go to the beach all the time. I go in the winter. I go in the summer.
Okay.
I go in the spring. I go in the fall. I feel like Mary Poppins. Like that should be a Mary Poppins selection.
It's okay.
Yeah. Our number one fan says that we should take her with us on this trip, and you can't go nowhere. But we'll be thinking kind thoughts about everyone.
Yes.
So, but the point is, even if you can't, you don't have to do it the same way someone else does it.
Yeah.
But there have got to be ways for you to be able to take care of you. it used to be like we had all these festivals and events. So like a couple of weeks ago, I had my great niece. She's so smart.
Aww.
Yep, I had the pretty genius with me, and I took her to Maymont.
Okay.
And so it was great. So we had great exercise. She
Okay.
was running around like crazy, and I'm chasing right behind her. And we're both wearing our masks. It was pretty good distance. And it felt like I felt so rejuvenated when that was over.
Okay.
Right? The part of watching the world through her eyes, the fresh air, the exercise, just taking a moment where it was during a time that I would normally be working.
Okay.
So that made it even more special.
Okay.
The question for you is, what are you doing for you? You don't have to have the traditional vacation. Although right now is a great time to rent an RV, pack the family away, because everyone can work remotely.
Yes.
Like very few of you actually have to go into the office anymore.
Right.
Although right now some of you are about to return. So
Yes.
this might be the moment to go find that resort or someplace where you can quarantine away next to a beach.
Yeah.
Or getting I still support the RV.
Yeah.
Like if anyone has an RV and you it's nicely sanitized, I might want to rent that from you. Or you could just like let me use it. Take your pick. This is a great time for that. This
Yes,
is like
it is.
this is the best time. Like this show, we can do it on the road.
Because
My consultations. So like right now when I'm taking this vacation, everyone knows the first week. Don't call me, don't talk to me, don't even look at me.
yes.
But I'm gonna be out for 2 weeks because the second week is the after testing quarantining piece. I will have office hours.
Okay.
I have shared that information. But how are you doing? What are you all doing? It's summer. It's fast approaching. It's spring break. I don't want you all rushing to Florida because I don't know what it is about Florida, but they're not quite right.
My son, and then I was like, "Ooh, boop, boop, we not going. We not going there."
Nikki will have to wait.
Yeah.
I don't understand everybody walking around without a mask.
Yeah.
And they're not saying that they're vaccinated. They're not saying that. They had a recent spike.
Yeah.
And now the concern is with spring break approaching that it's going to be an even greater spike.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't say. I can't say. But whatever it is for you. For some of you, it could be as simple as I have a friend whose schedule is so booked that she came to realize that she didn't realize before that her mental break used to be driving to work.
Okay.
Like for some people, you all we're in Richmond, so we don't have a lot of trains, like subway trains.
Yeah.
And people have a thing about you riding the bus. I don't know. Little Richmond bouginess, I guess. And so most of us actually drive our own vehicles and have had our licenses since we were 15 or 16, and that's how we go. But the thing I've learned is that when you're driving, you don't have any time for anything extra. Like in my car now, I want to know what your car regimen is and see what you do. In my car, like this morning, I listened to 5 different YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
I learned a whole new way of editing a video. I learned about content batching, and so which is something I know how to do, but I was listening to someone else's technique on how they do it. What else did I learn about this morning? I just going back to back to back. I was, let me listen to that. So I had all kinds of like lessons while I was in the car because I used to listen to the radio because I was uplifting. Then I'm like, nope, let me uplift myself at home and let me do something else in the car. And so then I don't do the radio in the car anymore. And so then I started audiobooks. So I would do audiobooks in the car, but they are often like when people read to you, why does it take 12 hours for a book that I can read in 3? Anyway. So audiobooks, and now I have just promoted myself to like, I'll listen to some of the people that I follow.
Okay.
And to do that. What do you do in the car? Are you rocking out in the car?
Silence.
Oh, I like silence.
Yeah, I would drive when I was commuting from Richmond to Maryland, Monday through Friday. I would go to work in complete silence, 2 hours.
Oh, yeah, that sounds beautiful. Oh my God, why am I feeling jealous? Like, that sounds amazing.
Because as soon as I would walk in the door as the HR person, I would have a line outside my door when I got there.
That's how I work for the consulting.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Yeah.
Silence. I feel like we could have a moment of silence.
I know.
Speaking of silence, for those of you who are looking for ways to increase your mental wellness, There are two people that we're affiliated here, and I'm sharing that we're affiliated with here at the center who are like renowned and amazing.
Yes.
So Rita Ricks.
Yes.
And so she actually has
listening to the silence.
Thank you. And so there are these techniques and things that you can do, because a lot of you are overworked and mentally overstimulated.
Yes.
And what gets me is sometimes in conversations with people is that I recognize that, once again, they say they want to be happy, but they don't know what makes them happy. And furthermore, they don't even enjoy their own time.
Right.
Like some people can't be alone.
Right.
And there are extremes for everything. Like, I'm on the other end where I'm like, everyone leave me alone, which means I have to often work on my own social skills.
Right.
But there's like an extreme to each end. So Rita Ricks, Speak to Your Spirit. What's her website?
Speaktoyourspirit.com.
Speaktoyourspirit.com. Check it out, because she's always giving like great meditation, great tools, great coaching. She even as an entrepreneur, she does a lot of conversation about how to get you past those mental roadblocks.
Yes.
To help you be more successful. Another individual, did we have her on? Did we have Dr. Green on?
Yes.
Right? Yes, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Dr. Felicia. Another individual, if you're looking for a coach, if you're looking for, and in terms of psychotherapy, if you're looking for someone to have conversations with about depression, stress, relationships counseling, she does all kinds of counseling. And I know there are all these like thought processes that says, oh, well, nobody needs help. It's a lie. I think it's extremely intoxicating. This is what I've learned. So people like to talk to me, and I always want to go, why? I'm not that friendly. But this is what I've learned. I actually listen. And so people are so unaccustomed to you say something and the other person is listening, internalizing what you're saying and responding back to you rather than listening to figure out what they're going to say back. And so people get addicted to that. And so that's why people flock around me. It's not because I'm so wonderful and so pleasant, but I actually do listen. So having someone professionally, if you can't find someone in your personal life who can do that for you, or who isn't toxic, or who can actually like listen and understand and relate back to you and help you move forward. Because that's one thing I loved about Dr. Felicia, is that she's really big on saying the past is the past. You know, learn what you can learn from it, but really, what can we do from here to move you forward?
Right.
So just a mental wellness moment. It wasn't planned, but apparently somebody needed it. So we're happy to share it. Yeah. All right. So even though for some of you, today's show was short, for some of us, today's show was much longer. So it's only because we had to do a retake. Yes. When we weren't live for some of you and live for some and weren't live for all.
That's all right.
But that's the beauty of the Imagine Media Lab. So while we were over here continuously talking, Christina was over there, Christina with the C, was over there trying to make it all work and trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
So, because you know what, sometimes Facebook is not perfect.
Right.
Just to let you know, they will drop you. And so she did a great job. And if you were ever interested in receiving those type of services, then you should contact the Imagine Media Lab. I always say, imagine yourself here. So for now, we are about to wrap up. Is there anything people need to know? What's going on, Christina? What's coming up? What's happening, Christina, with that key?
My vacaciones. My vacation. No, okay.
Vacation.
Yeah, but I don't have anything going on.
Is there a click meeting or is there not a click meeting?
Not this week. Next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
we're agreed on next week.
That's good.
Yes. We're agreed on next week. But there's nothing going on other than me taking care of your business.
It's like hood and country just mixed right in your business. Okay, sorry. It just amuses me.
Yes.
So that's it. That's all you have.
Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram at socialita__. That's the business. But if you are looking for me, that is socialita_Christina.
You?
Right.
Okay.
With the K, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on LinkedIn.
Alrighty then. And let's see. Christina, with the C, any events happening? Anything coming up? She's shaking her head. No. And I'm trying to think, because I probably should look that up before I came in, because I know that there are things coming up. I want to give a shout out, actually. Someone who I think is so amazing. So in my life, I've said it before about the people who are my mentors, the people who have like big impact on me. And I've mentioned my pastors. I've mentioned my mother, who I mention all the time, who, you know, she stresses me out, but she is the most impactful person and the most important person to me. And then I've mentioned my mentor, Elder Betty, and some other individuals. One person that I was so honored that Collaboration honored, I think we honored her a couple years ago.
Okay.
And the crazy thing is I didn't even suggest her. Like, I'm not allowed to suggest people.
Okay.
And so I was really pleased when we honored her.
Okay.
And so now someone else is doing it. Although she's been honored before. She gets honored a lot, really. She's kind of amazing. Adele Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Adele Johnson is she's currently the director of the Black History Museum here in Virginia, but she was the head of the RPS Foundation, the Richmond Public Schools Foundation. She used to do all kinds of craziness for Capital One. She worked with the Minority Business Development Supplier. I'm not going to get it right.
Okay.
But she has been a tremendous resource, not just to Richmond and not just to Virginia, but I mean, countrywide.
Okay.
And so she is being honored and it's coming up soon. And I got my ticket just the other day. It's virtual. But I just feel like saying that. And there were some other people that are being honored on there as well. Emoji Moon and some other individuals that I forget the names of. But I just want to say, especially during Women's History Month, that if you all aren't thanking the women in your life, now's a great time to do so.
Yes.
It doesn't just have to be Mother's Day. There are women who are impacting you every single day, and people should get their flowers while they're alive.
Absolutely.
Right? We don't have to wait. We don't have to hold back. Say thank you. So for every woman who has had an impact in my life, thank you. Some days I'll say by name, other times I won't. But when people give me a compliment about who I am and what I do, I always say it's because I was groomed this way.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So recognize the ladies in your life. Show some lady love. All right. So other than that, we're going to have the Click event next week. I am going on vacation April 10th. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes. Shout about it. And you all should be getting ready to be thinking about your taxes and some other things. So we're probably going to have someone come on and talk to you a little bit about taxes for your business. And we're also going to be highlighting some other entrepreneurs. And so that's where the party's going to be happening. So at this point, we're about to say we've had a great time. It's always a party over here with you all. But right now, we're about to say bye-bye.
Yeah.
So as we always say, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta!